My name is Richard. I'm a very loving man, and I collect rubbish. My house is a complete sloppy mess, and it's all good stuff. Just haven't been able to enjoy it. There's no room.
I'm Connie, and I'm Richard's daughter. He collects a lot of items that he doesn't need. Plumbing pipes, vans, storage units. I found beef sitting on top of piles in the kitchen with maggots crawling on it. I'm trying to get him to realize that this is not healthy. If he were to lose his house and all his stuff, he will feel like he has nothing left, and I feel helpless. I don't know what he's gonna do. I have no idea.
My daughter, Cheryl, died when she was 3 months.
My mom went to check on the baby, and she had passed away from sudden infant death syndrome.
Richard never knew what to do about it. He didn't know how to handle it.
I felt very, very uptight about it because I just didn't understand life.
With Cheryl's death, our marriage started falling apart, and then 3 years later, we got divorced. Once we moved, he started collecting more.
I felt very lonely. I couldn't carry on just by myself, so I went out and collected all kinds of junk.
He isolated himself from everyone, and that's when it just really exploded. And we didn't know that it had gotten this bad up until, 3 or 4 years ago. And we realized how bad it really was.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'm Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. Richard, what is the ultimate goal? What do you want to see happen by the time we leave?
The house completely clean.
Clean. Okay. The problem with someone like Richard is he's going to say all the right things. Do you have any thoughts or concerns?
I say, let's go for it.
I'm Dr. David Tolan. I'm a clinical psychologist who specializes in the treatment of hoarding disorder. Here's the really tricky thing about cleanouts. If all you do is clean a person's house out, you're not really addressing the problem. You're not changing their behavior. And in fact, you're giving them one more reason potentially to feel stressed out, and they may engage in more of their hoarding behaviors.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. All right, so this is trash, right?
Right.
That's an old hose, actually.
Yeah, no good.
So what do I do with it?
Trash.
All right, these lobster plates,
Trash.
everything in here is trash.
Richard's doing great. He's actually doing better than most.
Okay.
In the 20 minutes we've been working, you've already let go more than I thought you were going to today. I'm gonna be honest. All right, so this is what you've actually let go so far. What do you think?
Well, it makes me feel better because I feel that everything that's crap is gone.
But I want you to feel good in what you're doing.
Oh, I am.
You ready for us to fill the rest of this dumpster?
Yes, I am, sir.
Thank you.
And more.
All right, it's good. I like it.
All right, 2 bottles of whiskey in there.
You know where?
They're in a box over here. A bottle of rum and a bottle of whiskey.
We haven't thrown anything
They were right here.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Okay. Can't find it. I'm going out and buy another.
Now, I'd be lying if I didn't say I recommend against that, given your medications.
Richard should not be drinking, and he's taking medication that interacts very badly with alcohol.
It is your choice.
Yep, and I'm gonna get them. When I pay for something, I want it.
You could gift it to someone if you know.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
I'm not going to.
Okay.
That's my prerogative, my choice, and my attitude.
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, you're getting very irritated at Connie
Well,
just because
Damn it all to hell. Leave me alone, please.
You can see he wants to argue with you
Oh,
about
yeah, he
this.
does.
He wants to get into it with you.
Oh, yeah.
He's almost daring you. He has technically the right to drink alcohol, but he shouldn't.
Right.
And I think one of the things is we're going to need to start talking about maybe an alcohol intervention for your dad as
Right.
well. Okay. I'm worried about your safety,
Okay.
and I'm worried about your mental health.
Okay.
Richard's taking medications that interact very badly with alcohol. How often do you drink?
Almost every 20 minutes.
Seems like a lot of alcohol, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Do you think you have a drinking problem?
Nope.
Has drinking ever caused a problem for you?
Nope.
He becomes so defensive that he's simply not going to listen to it. Richard,
Yep.
before you jump up and bolt, can you tell me what you're thinking about?
Nope. Can't do it,
Why can't you?
because I'm sick
Sick in what way?
in my head.
Meaning mental illness?
Mm-hmm.
I'm increasingly worried about his mental health. As a licensed psychologist, I'm required to do what it takes to get this man safe. When I see an older gentleman who is living like this and clearly having difficulty caring for himself, I'm required by law in this state to call Elder Protective Services. In this case, I think it's a very good idea.
No,
Remember,
I'm getting up
part of what
and
we-
out of here.
Richard,
I'm gonna bolt.
bolting doesn't help. Somebody's got to tell them the ugly truth. And if that makes me the bad guy, then I'll be the bad guy. If that's what it takes for Richard to be safe, I'm willing to play that part.
This is just my job as protective services. I
Well,
can inform you
sir.
it allows it.
Sir,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood for that right at the moment.
All right, come on in. Make it tight here. Near the end of the day, we realized how bad the house really was. And I said, you know what, I gotta let Connie and the family know. I'm bringing you in here to prepare you for the reality. This is a bad, dangerous home. All that mold, different colors, white, green, black. It's all extremely dangerous. The house itself is destroyed, to be honest. All the ceiling has to come out, all the walls have to come out, all this wood has to be removed.
Condition of the house is absolutely devastating.
We did not expect what we saw. The smell was overwhelming. Our eyes were burning, our throats hurt. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Housing Authority came today and they put an uninhabitable sticker on it, which is what they needed to do. Richard can't stay here. It's not safe.
It was obvious our dad couldn't live in that house the way it was. And it was a huge disappointment because our goal was to get him back in that house, and now what? Where does he go?
We really wanted to make sure, are we doing the right thing? Are we helping this family? So we had to pull the plug.
Regardless of the status of the house, I think that Richard is not safe to live by himself. So Matt and I really had to scramble to try to find mental health and assisted living resources that would be available. And I also had to talk to the family about who might be able to take him in on a temporary basis.
My dad will not be homeless. He will be staying with me initially, and I'm going to be the appointed guardian for my father. It's going to be very hard for my father because he's already trying to load up cars with his belongings, so we have to work on that.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but keeping the person out of the house was the right thing on this one.
He just wasn't safe in here.
I've done thousands of houses and never stopped cleaning, but today we did. Sometimes you just have to do the right thing.
Hopefully he's moving on to something better.
Fingers crossed.